Hello children, hope all of us are well. Now the topic for today is fuel. The key elements that we will study are fuel, fossil fuel and alternate fuel. अब जो भी चीज़ें हम यूज़ करते हैं ईंधन की तरह, जिससे कि हमारी मशीन्स चलती हैं, हमारे अलग अलग व्हीकल्स या अप्लायंसेस वर्क करते हैं, उसको हम कहते हैं फ्यूल. और फ्यूल हम किस तरह के स्टडी करेंगे? पहला फॉसिल फ्यूल. फॉसिल फ्यूल जो भी डेड ऑर्गेनिक मैटर जो कि अर्थ में बहुत नीचे प्रेशर के अंडर किसी ना किसी फ्यूल में कन्वर्ट होता है, उसे फॉसिल फ्यूल कहते हैं. अब ये बड़ी लिमिटेड क्वांटिटी में है और इससे हमारे एनवायरनमेंट में कुछ हार्मफुल इफेक्ट तो होते ही हैं. तो उनसे बचने के लिए हमारे पास हैं ऑल्टरनेट फ्यूल्स जो हम स्टडी करेंगे. नाउ फ्यूल इज यूज्ड फॉर मेनी मशीन्स एंड अदर अप्लायंसेस. व्हीकल्स आर मशीन्स व्हिच नीड फ्यूल टू रन. Different vehicles run on different fuels. Big and heavy vehicles run on diesel and smaller vehicles run on petrol. The aeroplanes and helicopters fly on ATF, that is aviation turbine fuel, which is a type of kerosene oil. Now let us look at fuel. Any matter that is burnt to obtain energy is called fuel. The process by which fuel is converted into energy is called combustion. All the vehicles need energy from fuel to move. All of them do not use the same fuel. So there are two types of fuels, fossil fuels and alternate fuels. Let us first look at the fossil fuel. Now all fossil fuels are made of hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons store energy in the form of the atomic bonds. Now fossil fuels are fuels formed by natural resources such as anaerobic decomposition of buried dead organisms. The fossil fuels include coal, petroleum and natural gas, which contain high percentage of carbon. Fossil fuels are non-renewable sources because they take millions of years to form and reserves are being depleted much faster than new ones are being made. The production and use of fossil fuels raises environmental concerns. A global movement towards the generation of renewable energy is therefore underway to meet increasing energy need. तो हालांकि फॉसिल फ्यूल बहुत ज़्यादा यूज़ होता है, लेकिन ये नॉन रिन्यूएबल है. क्यों? क्योंकि इस फ्यूल को बनने में मिलियंस ऑफ ईयर्स लगते हैं और ख़त्म बहुत जल्दी होता है. अगर ये बिल्कुल ही ख़त्म हो गया तो हमारे आने वाले जनरेशन्स के पास तो ये वाली एनर्जी का सोर्स बचेगा ही नहीं. पहला पॉइंट. दूसरी बात ये कि इस फ्यूल को बर्न करने से हमारे एनवायरनमेंट में बहुत ज़्यादा नुकसान होता है. सो बेटर ये है कि हम फॉसिल फ्यूल को बड़े देख के आराम से ध्यान से यूज़ करें, जिससे कि एक तो ख़त्म ना हो और बहुत ज़्यादा यूज़ करने से हमारा एनवायरनमेंट ख़राब ना हो. अब ये कितने टाइप के हैं, लेट अस स्टडी दैट. वी नाउ कम टू कोल. Coal is a readily combustible black or brownish black sedimentary rock, normally occurring in rock strata in layers or veins called coal beds. Coal is used primarily as an energy source, either for heat or electricity. It was once heavily used to heat homes and power locomotives and factories. Many years ago, coal was used to produce steam. This steam was used by steam engines to pull a train. Nowadays, steam engines have been replaced by diesel and electric engines. The coal producing centers in India are Jharkhand, West Bengal, Raniganj, Dhanbad, Bokaro and Korba. Now let us look at petroleum. Petroleum is a liquid that is formed underground. Sometimes we call it oil. Petroleum has a lot of energy. We can turn it into different fuels like petrol, kerosene and heating oil. Most plastics and inks are made from petroleum too. Petroleum is buried underground in tiny pockets of rocks. We drill oil wells into the rocks to pump out the oil. A lot of oil is under the oceans along the shores. Oil rigs that can float are used to reach this oil. We even burn oil to make electricity. Now, an important fact is the age of the organisms that were the primary ingredients for the fossil fuels we use today can be as much as 650 million years old. Now, we use more petroleum than any other energy source. The main oil producing centers in India are Bombay High, Digboi, Ankleshwar, Cambay and Sibragarh. A liter of gasoline is the result of about 20 metric tons of ancient organic material deposited on the ocean floor. Let us now look at petrol. Petrol is the costliest fuel. It is used to run cars and two-wheelers. Petrol of very fine quality is used to run the aeroplanes. The petrol engines of the vehicles run smoothly. Less noise is produced by petrol vehicles. Now let us look at diesel. Diesel contains more energy and greater power density than other fuels such as gasoline and is the fuel of choice for tough jobs. Diesel fuel is little cheaper than the petrol. Big vehicles like bus, truck and tractor use diesel as fuel. Diesel is also used to run generators and tube wells. Now let us look at the natural gas. Natural gas is a vital component of the world's supply of energy. It is one of the cleanest, safest and most useful of all energy sources. In oil, natural gas is found along with mineral oil. Since gas is lighter than oil, it is found above the layers of petroleum deposits. Natural gas is also used as fuel. Natural gas is a gas consisting primarily of methane. Now let us look at LPG or liquefied petroleum gas. Liquefied petroleum is a recently developed fuel. Earlier, this fuel was used only in kitchen for cooking. Now the engines of some vehicles are being developed that run on LPG. It is an eco-friendly fuel. Now let us look at CNG or compressed natural gas. Compressed natural gas is a fossil fuel substitute for gasoline, diesel or propane. It is a more environmentally clean alternative to those fuels and is much safer than the other fuels in the event of a spill, because natural gas is lighter than air and it disperses quickly when released. It is an environment-friendly fuel because it causes less air pollution. It also costs less than petrol or diesel. All public transport of Delhi use CNG as fuel. Now let us look at some alternate fuel. तो हालांकि फॉसिल फ्यूल्स अलग अलग टाइप के बहुत सारे हैं, लेकिन लिमिटेड अमाउंट में हैं और उनके यूज़ से हार्म भी बहुत है. तो कोई ना कोई ऑल्टरनेट फ्यूल्स जो हम जनरेट कर सकते हैं उन्हें ज़्यादा यूज़ करना चाहिए. ऑल्टरनेट फ्यूल्स ऑल्सो नोन एज नॉन कन्वेंशनल और एडवांस फ्यूल्स आर any materials or substances that can be used as fuels other than the conventional fuels. Some well-known alternative fuels include biodiesel, which is methanol or ethanol, chemically stored electricity in the form of batteries and fuel cells, hydrogen, non-fossil methane, non-fossil natural gas, vegetable oil, and other biomass sources. So what are the key takeaways from this chapter? Any material that is burnt to obtain energy is called fuel. Fossil fuels are fuels formed by natural resources. Coal is used primarily as an energy source either for heat or electricity. We use more petroleum than any other energy sources. CNG is an environment-friendly fuel because it causes less air pollution. Diesel fuel is little cheaper than the petrol. Alternate fuels are also known as non-conventional or advanced fuels that can be used as fuels. So I hope everything was clear and answering questions based on this topic will be easy now.